In this video, we'll convert your budget, payroll, and A/B report data from the old version of the software to the new database-driven version of the software. There are three main sections to complete. First, make sure you've downloaded the new software and the conversion tools. Second, we'll set up the new Postgres apps. And third, we'll use the conversion tools to convert your data. The entire process will take between 10 and 20 minutes. Let's get started. The first step is to download all software and tools. These were sent to you via email. So if you haven't downloaded them, check your inbox and use the links to download the software. Once you've downloaded the new Postgres apps and the conversion tools, you're ready to get started. After downloading both folders, the first thing that we want to do is extract the files from the zip folders. You can do this by right-clicking on the folder and then selecting Extract All. Do this for both folders. We'll start by looking at the i2M Conversion Tools folder. Inside of the Conversion Tools folder, you'll see three subfolders, one for each conversion program: Budget, Payroll, and A/B Report. Inside of each of these folders is a conversion tool program and the DLL files that are required to run the conversion tools. Next, let's look at the i2M software folder. Inside of the i2M software folder, you'll see two subfolders, one for Budget and A/B Report, and another folder for Payroll. Inside of these folders are the new Postgres applications and the DLL files required to run them. One quick note here is that Budget and A/B Report are typically set up inside of the same folder. To begin setting up the Postgres applications, we need to create a couple of new folders. Most users like to create these folders in the exact same location as the old versions of the i2M software. Our recommendation is to create the new Postgres folders in the exact same location as your old software. To get started, it's easiest if you open up two different windows for File Explorer. The first window should be your Downloads folder that contains the folders with all of the new software. The other window should be the location where you're going to set up the new Postgres applications. On my screen here, I have my Downloads folder on the left, and I have a folder open with my existing i2M software. Let's create the new folders to set up the new database-driven applications. We need to create a folder for Budget and a folder for Payroll. We recommend calling these folders PG Budget and PG Payroll. Open the newly created PG Budget folder and the Budget and A/B Report folder with the new i2M software. We need to copy the files from the Budget and A/B Report folder to the PG Budget folder. Select all of the files using your mouse or Control-A, and then drag them over to the PG Budget folder. Next, we need to copy and paste some files from your old Budget and A/B Report folders. Open your old Budget folder and look for the budgetmanager.jpg file and the budgetsetup.2m file. Select both files and then copy them by either right-clicking and selecting Copy or pressing Ctrl-C. Head back to your PG Budget folder and paste the files. We need to repeat this process for A/B Report. Open the old A/B Report folder, look for the A/B Report Manager.jpg file and the A/B Report Setup file, copy them, and then paste them into the PG Budget folder. We'll repeat these steps one more time for the new Payroll application. Open your newly created PG Payroll folder and the Payroll folder in your Downloads. Copy the files from the Payroll folder to the PG Payroll folder. Open the old Payroll folder and then copy the Payroll Manager.jpg file and the Payroll Setup.2m file and then paste them into the PG Payroll folder. Now, we need to set up the conversion tools. Let's start with Budget. Open your old Budget folder, and in your Downloads folder, open the i2M Conversion Tools folder, then open Budget. Select all of the files from the Conversion Tools folder, and then drag them over to your Budget folder. If prompted, go ahead and tell Windows to replace any files. Next, we need to run the budget conversion program. Double-click on budgetpgconvert.exe. You may see a blue screen that says Windows protected your PC. Click on More Info, then click Run Anyway. When the budget conversion program loads, we need to start by logging into Postgres using the login and password that we created previously. If Postgres is running on a different computer than the one being used for the conversion, you'll need to enter the host name or host IP address. If Postgres is running on the same computer as the conversion program, the defaults should work okay. Start by entering your username and password. After entering your username and password, click the Connect button. You'll know the connection is successful when the connection status text box says connected. If there are any issues, you'll see an error message in the error message text box. Now that you're connected to Postgres, we need to start by setting the group role as the database owner. Use the drop-down to select Budget Master. Next, we need to select the budget path. This is the location of the old .dat budget data files. You can use the Path Selection button to navigate to the location of your budget data files. After selecting your budget path, click the Everything button to convert all of the old data files to the new Postgres version. This process can take several minutes depending on how much data you have stored in your old data files. Note that you may get an error message when converting some of the data files, especially your report format and budget prep data files. This is usually caused by a budget account number that has been deleted but still exists in some of those old files. There's usually no cause for concern. Just make a note of the account number in the error message and then check it out later after the conversion is complete. When you see Copy Complete in all of the text boxes, you can click the Exit button. Finally, we need to create a shortcut to the new budget program. Open the PG Budget folder, locate the budget.exe application, then right-click and drag to your desktop. When the menu pops up, select Create Shortcut here. At this point, you'll probably have two budget shortcuts on your desktop. You can go ahead and delete the old budget shortcut, then rename the new budget shortcut to whatever you want. Deleting the shortcut won't remove the old program from your computer, but it will prevent you from opening the wrong program from your desktop. We need to repeat the process for AB Report and Payroll. The process is virtually identical for both. We need to repeat this process for AB Report and Payroll. The process is virtually identical for both applications. You'll open up the Conversion Tools folder, copy those files to the old application folders, and then run the conversion program. Do this for AB Report, and then also do it for Payroll. I'll demonstrate on the screen, but I'm not going to highlight every key point since we just did the process with Budget Manager. From the Conversion Tools folder, I'll copy the AB Report conversion tool and all the DLL files to my old AB Report folder. After copying the files, open the AB Report conversion tool. Just like the budget conversion tool, we need to enter the username and password that we created for Postgres. One note here is that the database name is going to be the exact same as what you set up for budget. In most cases, it's just the word budget. Enter your username and password, then click Connect. Once connected, select the group role. This will be Budget Master. Select the path to your AB Report data files, then click the Everything button. Once you see Copy Complete in the Progress text box, you can exit the application. Now we need to create a shortcut to the new AB Report program. Remember, this is in your PG budget folder, so open your PG budget folder, locate the new AB report application, and then right-click and drag to your desktop to create the shortcut. And remember, you'll probably have two AB report shortcuts. Delete the old shortcut and then rename the new one. Finally, we need to repeat the process one more time for your payroll data. You'll go ahead and open the Payroll Conversion Tool folder, select all of the files, and then copy them to your old payroll application folder. After copying the files, open the Payroll Conversion Tool. Once again, enter your username and password, then click Connect. After connecting, select the group role. This time, select Payroll Master. Navigate to the path of your old payroll data, then select the Everything button to convert all of the data. When you see Copy Complete in the Progress text box for every category, go ahead and exit the application. Once again, we need to create a shortcut to the new payroll application. Navigate to the PG Payroll folder, locate the payroll.exe file, and then right-click and drag to your desktop. Select Create Shortcut here, delete the shortcut to the old payroll program, and then rename the shortcut to the new payroll program. Now that we've run the conversion tools for all three applications, there's a few final steps to take. First, make sure that you can log in to Budget, Payroll, and AB Report. Also, if you have multiple users, make sure that they update their shortcuts to the new applications and that they can log in successfully. I'm going to demonstrate logging into the Budget application. When the application loads, you'll need to enter your username and password. The database name should just be Budget, and if you're connecting to Postgres via server, make sure you enter a hostname or IP address. Remember, if Postgres is running on your local computer, you can just use the defaults. After entering your username and password, click Connect. If everything's successful, you'll see Connected in the Connection Status text box. If there's an error, you'll see the message in the Error Message text box. We recommend that you log into all three applications. If you were using application passwords with the old versions of Budget, Payroll, and AB Report, you'll probably be prompted for that password after logging into the database server. An important note here is that the old version of the software stored the passwords in all uppercase. In the new version, you will need to enter the password in all uppercase letters. Once you're completely logged in, you can change the application password by going to Options and then General. And that's it. You've successfully converted your Budget, Payroll, and AB Report data to the new Postgres applications. If you run into any problems or you have questions about the process, please don't hesitate to reach out to our support team. We hope this video series has been helpful. Thanks for watching.